As you can see, Gregor here, the Goateed Geek, and it's raining. It's raining a lot, and there is a lot of lightning. Oh yes. I think I mentioned this earlier, I was worried about the lightning because if it hits one of these bits of my platform, it's going to destroy it. Or at least set it on fire. And I don't want that. But at least it reminds me of home. The wonderful England. Well, everybody thinks their own home is wonderful. Now, you may have noticed there's one or two things different from the last time we talked. I have this little shelter here, which I didn't have before. And I've got some extra barrels here, which I didn't have before. And I moved things sort of inside. And I've got a few reasons for that, and I'm going to go into them next. Truth be told, I had a problem with my computer between this episode and the last one, and I lost some footage and I lost some sound, and it's been a little bit of a nightmare. But I'm all back to normal now, and I'll just give you a quick going. Just quickly tell you what I did, which you never got to see. First thing is, I created one of these. What's one of these, you may say? Where's a compressed crook? You remember we made the crook by using 4 sticks in the crafting grid? Well, if you create 4 crooks and put those 4 crooks in the same pattern, you get one of these, a compressed crook. And if you look to the left of the screen, you can see that the durability, even though it's down to nearly half, is 318, which is much higher than a regular crook. So that was really incredibly useful. And I also made a wooden hammer. And I made the wooden hammer because I had to hammer the cobblestone to get gravel, and to get dust, and to get sand. So I made myself a wooden hammer, and they're quite easy to make. If you go to your crafting station and you have the right pieces of equipment, let's just get some more sticks. There we go. If you put a couple of sticks in your crafting station and you put a couple of wooden blocks, there you go, that was going to get you a hammer. So that's all pretty easy. And in my inventory, I believe I've got some cobblestone, so let's do that as well. Since you missed out last time, I'll show you something else which is really useful. So let's put down the cobblestone. 1, 2, 2, 3. And we'll take our hammer and bang, bang, bang. We've got some gravel. And if I do it once more, I've got another piece of gravel, and bet you can't guess what happens next. 3 pieces of gravel. I'm going to keep one of the gravels and put the other 2 down. And if I hit the gravel again, I get sand. Hit the gravel again, another piece of sand. It's all very easy, isn't it? And let's just put the sand there, and we'll put the sand down. And take the hammer to the sand, and we get dust. Okay. And I've already sifted these before, and you don't need to see me sift, but you can sift each of these, and as we showed last time, you can get different percentage of items. The other thing you do if you've got dust, let me just put dust in my hotbar, is you can go over to your water supply here, and you can put the dust in, and when you take it out again, you've got clay, which is pretty damn neat, and we're going to be needing clay in the future. So let's just put those away. There we go. All those away. Now I said I was going to show you something else. We've been making dirt in these barrels, and of course we need dirt. But if you and we've been using the oak saplings to make the dirt. But of course, what if you're in a situation where you run out of saplings? Well, what you can do is you can put down oak slabs and take your hammer and bang. Bang. We've got wood chippings. And you can use the wood chippings in exactly the same way as you can use the saplings. and you can put them into your the barrel, and it starts to compost. Only 30% full. Let's just fill it up. And the reason why I wanted these 4 barrels here is I wanted a lot of dirt. Why do I want dirt, you may ask? Well, let's just take a quick look at the book and tick off some items. We crafted a hammer. We sifted some sand, which you don't need to see that. We made some clay. And what we need to do next is we need to build a cobblestone generator. And to do that, we need lava. And to make lava, we need a crucible. And to make a crucible, we need clay. So, what are we going to do next, you may ask? Well, that's a very good question. You're very smart for asking it. We need to make a Tinker's Construct tools. And we can do that from bone or flint. We haven't got that yet, but I have a plan. And we need some Tinker's Construct items. First of which is this Tinker's Construct station. And how do you make that? That's very simple, especially if you get the right inventory open. If you take a crafting table and put it in your inventory, you get a crafting station. In some mods, I don't think in this one, but if you put that in there as well, again, you get a half slab crafting station. But this mod doesn't have that, so we got a crafting station. And the rest of the items are a stencil table, which is constructed from a blank pattern and a wood planks. We have, I sometimes have trouble recognizing the difference between these. We have a part builder, which is from a wooden block, a log block, and a blank pattern. And we have, a bit further down, we should have the tool station, which is made from a crafting table and a blank pattern. Everything needs these blank patterns, which takes 2 planks and 2 sticks. So let's just go back into here. And we got some sticks. That's quite good. Have we got enough sticks there? Do you think we need some more? I think we need some more, don't we? Let's just craft up some more of those. And grab them out. And we're going to make some patterns. Probably 3. 3 should we do, I think. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we'll grab all those. That's great. So, we've got a crafting station there. I want to make another one. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. And then I want to take a blank pattern and put it on top there. And I've got a tool station. Excellent. That's just what I wanted. And then we want to take one of these. And that gives me the part builder. I want to take one of these. And that gives me the stencil table. And I believe if I do this, take the chest, put it there, and put a pattern on top, I've got a pattern chest as well. So there we go. That's all the basics that I need for Tinker's Construct. There are different tiers available in Tinker's Construct, but we just need to start off at the very, very basics here. So there we go. There is a pattern to placing these down, which I never get right, so I will do my best. Let's give it a go. Okay, so we want a stencil table. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to move these eventually. And then we want a crafting station. No, we want a tool station, I believe. And then we want a pattern chest, which I think... Tool station. Oh. Stencil table. Stencil tool. I always get these mixed up. Let's just put them down and we'll show you them all. Put that there. And in the back we'll put a pattern chest. I probably got these all in the wrong order. If I have, I'll take some time and do it right and then bring you back. So we have the crafting station. All very well and good. And that gives us access to the tool station. And gives access to part crafter. and the stencil table, and the pattern chest. All very useful. But to use these properly, well, actually no, we've got some wood. I can probably show you how to do this without doing it completely properly. Let's just go to the stencil table. We're going to put some patterns in there. And so we wanted to make an axe. We'd select the axe head and get a pattern. And then to also make the axe, we will need a crossfit, a binding pattern, and we'll need a tool rod. There's a tool rod pattern. Now, what do you do with these things, you may ask? Well, you go to the part builder, and you put in the pattern, and you put in some material, which I don't seem to have at the moment. Oh, there we go. Let's put that in. And that gives us a wooden binding. If we replace that with the axe head, keeping the material in there, that gives us an axe head. And if we'd put in a tool rod, that gives us a tool rod. Now you may be asking yourself, how did I know I needed all these things? Well, if we go to the tool station and select axe, it shows us we need an axe head, a binding pattern, and a tool rod. All very basic. Put those in, and it gives us a wooden hatchet. Excellent. But there's another thing which is quite useful. You may have noticed over here, I've got the crafting station with a chest behind it. Why did I do that, you may ask? Well, if we look in here, you can see normally all you get with a crafting station, or indeed a Minecraft vanilla crafting station, is this. The slots for crafting. But if you go into this one, you get to see the chest as well. Isn't that great? So I've got access to all my gear straight from the chest. Which is great. Now, if you remember what it said in the book, we need to make something from bone or flint. Now, we've got no bone, but we can get flint by sifting. And I don't know about you, but I can't remember exactly which material is the best to sift. With a string mesh, with gravel. So we need gravel to get flint. So we need to get some flint. To get some flint, we need some gravel. To get some gravel, we need some cobblestone. And did I keep a piece to one side? Was I smart enough to keep a piece to one side? Oh, let's just get this dirt. I've got some gravel. There we go. Now, the second reason why I move things inside is when you use these sieves, sometimes the bits fly everywhere and they fly off the edge into the nether. Well, not the nether, the void. So I moved it inside so it wouldn't go everywhere. So let's sift this. And I got nothing. So I need to make some more cobblestone. Now, what you'd do in vanilla Minecraft, I suppose, is to make a cobblestone generator. And to do that, you need the crucible to get the lava. You need water as well, which I do have. But at some point, I need to make an endless water supply. And you would then set it up so that you'd have, say, a 90-degree angle. And you'd have the lava coming down to here. And over here, you'd have the water meeting the lava. Possibly with a hole there so it doesn't start moving up towards where the lava source is. And where the water and the lava meet, you'll get a cobblestone piece. And then you take your axe and you chop away at it and chop away at it and chop away at it. But we're in a modded version of Minecraft because we're playing Skyfactory. And of course, what's the point of using modded if you can't experiment a little bit and see what the mods give you? So if we go back into our inventory again and we do a search for Stone generator. We have these from Tiny Progressions, which are cobblestone generators. And to make these, we need to get to sell. Is that a tier 2? That's a tier 2. To make a tier 1, we need to get lava, water, cobblestone, and glass. All that's available to us, and this will generate cobblestone automatically, without any need for a pick. Of course, there is a cost. It means we have to get 6 cobblestones to start with. And to get the cobblestones, we have to sift the dirt. Which brings me back to what I said at the start of this episode. I needed multiple barrels to make dirt, because I need a lot of dirt, because I need to make a lot of cobblestone. So I'm going to jump from standard vanilla Minecraft mining cobblestone yourself with a cobblestone generator straight into automation. And of course, to do that I need to make a lot of dirt, as I just said, and you don't want to see me making dirt, so I'm going to go away, make some dirt, and I'll be right back. Hi, welcome back. Yep, I've done a fair bit of creating of dirt. I created about 32 blocks of dirt, and I sieved that dirt, and I got some stone pebbles, which I converted into cobblestone, and over here I have my cobblestone. So there we go. Now I remember to keep 6 to one side, because I remember I needed that for the cobblestone generator. But from here, I'm hoping to get some iron. Now, the best thing for iron, I believe, is sand or dust. They may be pretty much the same. Let's just have a quick look. Mesh. There we go. If we go to cobblestone, we're going to get flint, and we're going to get a 20% iron. If we go to sand, 20% iron. Dust is 20%. Oh, it's all 20%. So I think my best bet is to go for gravel. So I made myself a cobblestone hammer by replacing the instead of using two bits of wood and 2 planks, 2 bits of wood and 2 cobblestones. So I wasted 2 cobblestones by to make the hammer, but the hammer will last a bit longer. So let's just vein mine all those, which gives me 17 gravel, and I can sift away. Ooh, let's see what we get. Hopefully, plenty of iron. Sift. Maybe not enough. But you never know until you finish. Iron ore, 4. Only got 4. 4 pieces of iron. I think I need another plan. Be right back. So, my cunning plan was a complete and utter failure. I thought I could bypass the vanilla cobblestone generator and go straight to the automatic generator. And I probably could, but it's going to take a lot of effort. I mean, if I stop pressing the wrong buttons, even better. If I take a look in here and look at the cobblestone generator. Yeah. So, I'm going to need a couple of buckets, and at least one of the buckets needs to be iron because I need to carry lava around in it, and the other one can be a clay one for buckets. So I'm going to need 1 iron, 2 irons, 3 irons. So I need to make a bucket, and I just said 3 irons because I think that's right. Buckets. There we go. Iron bucket, 3 irons. Making iron, there's a number of ways of doing it, and I need to smelt ore chunks. And to make an ore chunk, I need 4 iron ore pieces. So, I only got 4 iron ore pieces from 32 blocks of dirt being sifted. So, I need another 8. Another 8. I need 64 blocks of dirt. I could do it. How about you decide? If there's anybody you wanting to comment, tell me. Should I go for the vanilla cobblestone generator? Or should I carry on, make 64 blocks of dirt, sift them? Right, in fact, I need 64 blocks of gravel, so I need 64 blocks of cobblestone, so I need to make at least... Ooh, I think I need 100 blocks of dirt. Do you want me to disappear off and do 100 blocks of dirt, or should I revert back to making my the normal vanilla cobblestone generator? Let me know in the comments. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to say goodnight. The only thing I really managed to do in this episode was to start to put my base up to the proper level. I don't like being on the half slabs. I'm going to be on the normal level all the way around. There's no mobs going to spawn near me anyway at the moment. Anyway, if I sound a bit depressed, it's because I probably am. I had a cunning plan, but unfortunately that plan was baldricks and not blackadders. So until next time, see you again. Catch you later. Bye for now.